Musiliu Olatunde Obanikoro, popularly known as Koro, was born in Isale Eko into the Obanikoro Ajayi Bembe family of Lagos. Idoluwole of Ojo and Eletu Odibo family of Lagos. Koro lost his father, yet his teenage years, leaving him and his siblings to be raised by their mother, Ejide Obanikoro. He was compelled to support his mother by hawking newspapers and stools on the streets of Agege until he successfully completed his primary and secondary school education at the St. Patrick Catholic School and Ahmadiyya College, currently known as Anwaru Islam Agege. Immediately after secondary school, Koro successfully gained employment as a clerical officer at the Union Bank of Nigeria. While working, he applied and was granted admission into a few universities, including his top two choices, the brand new University of Calabar and Texas Southern University in the United States of America. Having never been outside Nigeria, he opted to be exposed to a new way of thinking, a new way of learning, even though it would take him almost 10,000 kilometers away from home. On July 9, 1981, with an F1 visa in hand, Koro set out to a new world. The next 8 years would not be easy. He quickly discovered that nothing was given to you in the United States. In order to pay for his school fees, pay for his apartment, and maintain a decent home with his young wife and 3 children, he will have to work multiple jobs as a floor cleaner at the Houston Methodist Hospital and as a taxi driver. Koro graduated with a bachelor's degree in public affairs and master's degree in public administration, which earned him a well-paid position with the New York City Department of Child Services as a social worker helping gang-related and drug-addicted youths. In 1989, General Ibrahim Babangida announced his transition program to civilian rule. Koro would see this as an opportunity to fulfill his truest desires of a life dedicated to public service to his own people. He would answer that call and pack his bags to return home. He immediately joined the 1992 race for local government chairman in Lagos Island and eventually lost to Mr. Shola Smith. 5 years later, he would recontest for the same position, and this time, Koro was sworn in 1997 as the chairman of Lagos Island local government, popularly known as the Mayor of Lagos. Some of his major achievements as chairman include being the first LG boss to purchase WAEC forms for secondary school students in Lagos Island, building the police station in Jankara Market in response to the harassment of market women by local thugs, and bringing the local government closer to the people by opening 2 area offices at Tido and Ofin. Soon after, in 1999, Koro was appointed Commissioner in Lagos State for Home Affairs and Culture. As Commissioner, he brought life to Lagos. He launched the first ever Black Heritage Festival in Nigeria, which brought people from across the world, including 17 mayors from different cities across America. Koro was awarded the key to the city in Arkansas as recognition for the success of the festivals. During his tenure, indigenous Lagos culture like the famous Fanti and Eyo celebration were at their peak. In 2003, Koro contested for the Senate. He won and was sworn in as a distinguished senator from Lagos Central of the Federal Republic. During his tenure, he championed 8 major bills, the most popular of which was addressing the huge problem of the surge from Bar Beach. Other bills included the petrol station inspection and regulation to address the corruption of fuel stations cheating customers. After losing a very tightly contested race for governor in 2007, he was appointed as the ambassador to Ghana. From this point, the 2 sister nations would experience an unprecedented upward swing in trade and bilateral relations. By establishing the Nigerian-Ghana Chamber of Commerce, trade between both countries grew from $400 million to $2 billion in less than 4 years. Koro's tenure as ambassador was symbolized with excellence and performance. After serving as ambassador, Koro was appointed by President Goodluck Jonathan as the Honorable Minister of State Defense. Directly under his portfolio as minister was the Navy, so he immediately embarked on a nationwide tour of all naval bases. After a detailed assessment, he commissioned an overhaul of equipment and weaponry, the first upgrade in over 25 years. He also fought and launched the inclusion of retired military personnel into the National Insurance Scheme. He would, however, be best known and remembered for launching and championing the powerful End Boko Haram campaign that was grown organically and into the consciousness of the Nigerian people. Having developed an intimate love and respect for our military, he formed and currently serves as the chief patron of a charitable NGO called the Support Our Troops Foundation. The decision to resign as minister did not come easy. While his role as minister impacted millions of lives every day, he couldn't help but notice how the dream once offered by his beloved state of Lagos was now being crushed. A small but powerful cartel being headed by Bola Ahmed Tinubu would run a Lagos where the rich got richer off the sweat and hard work of the middle and lower class. A Lagos where basic education was a privilege only reserved for the children of the wealthy. And the average Lagosians died needlessly every day from malaria and childbirth. A Lagos where small businesses were taxed beyond profitability and wasteful projects like Ilubiri, Tejuosho Market, and the Ikoyi Link Bridge were commissioned every day just to make one man richer. Koro would see no other choice but to answer this most pressing call. Much like in 1997, when he returned to recontest for local government chairman, wiser, more experienced, and better prepared, he has now returned to the race for Lagos State Governor. He is again today much wiser, much more experienced, and much stronger than in 2007. This time, Koro will be contesting under a unified People's Democratic Party. He has won the trust of all the needed leaders, assuaged the desires of the other aspirants, and inspired a generation of Lagosians to believe in the promise of a greater Lagos. He is the only Lagosian who has served in all three levels of government, local, state, and federal, and is by far the most experienced aspirant to ever contest for the office of Lagos State Governor. Koro is a man of the people, a true grassroots leader, and one who truly cares about the future of our great state of Lagos. Can we all rise and join me in welcoming the next governor of Lagos State, Senator Musiliu Olatunde Obanikoro?